Everything falls into place when you start to enjoy the journey of wanting. That's what I'm hearing. I'm meditating and I just had to stop. And as soon as I woke up, that's what I heard. As soon as I wake up, I would, groom myself and I would go sit by my favorite window because that's where the sun comes in the morning, and I like to sit and get warm. And I was hearing the key to life is to be in the present. Like, we heard this so many times, especially me being on the spiritual journey, right? And if you are listening to me, you're obviously in the same, has been or are on the self-growth and spiritual awakening journey. And it is the moment I'm obsessed of the future or the past that I feel the discomfort in the now, in the present moment. Right? And then I was telling myself, I kind of woke up like the feeling of irritation was there. I don't know why, right? But I learned through studying my emotions on a daily basis. And after I started living, consciously, no longer operating through muscle memory, you kind of start to get even tired of your own emotions. Like, you get tired of reacting. Like, you get tired of it. Because the more focused you are, now you're starting to see, whoa. At the end of the day now, I would sit as like, I would, revisit my day. And now, right, I'm understanding, I am made to experience all these emotions as a human being. That's it. My day is the day itself. There's gonna be windy, there's gonna be sunny, and then right? Like, look at nature. That's what's helping me, mimicking nature. Why do you think only human beings has the right to complain? And that's because we are lacking a connection with everything else. Our only relationship is with another human being, and it's like, misery loves company. You can't get the nutrition and the affection and the love and the attention and the all this. I call it a nutrition feeling that the brain needs, that the mind needs, that right, like that can only comes from being connected to nature. And nature means not just the trees, right? It could be anything that works for you. Like, at this point in my life, I can't tell whether I love the rocks or the woods. They both bring me this. It's like when I'm staring at the, like when I'm in the last trail walk at the end of Bryce Head, and looking at the, what is it? Is it Cathedral? No, not Cathedral Gorge. It's Bryce, the rocks. Looking at it from the park, right? It's different. I've been to both. It's a different route when you go to Bryce Canyon. The canyon, it's like its own park, and then Bryce Head, the mountain, like where there's for the snowboard, whatever, in the wintertime, it's on the other side. But they're like in Utah, and yeah, like minutes different, but like 30-40 minutes different. But anyway, so it's like, as I'm standing in that cold, crisp, beautiful air right after the rain, right, like in the mountains, I'm like, after my walk, and I'm standing and looking at the rock, it's like, right, like there's a different feeling now I get, because I am now in a relationship. You see a person you like, right? First, the first stage is like the attraction. Ooh, right? There's something that attracts you about this person's look. Then you get to know each other. Then you fall in love. Then that person becomes your piece. Then, right? Like, it feels good to have a person like that. When you're like, it feels good to connect, period. So, but what I'm learning is that this connection and communication is not only with another fellow humanship. It's like, we need relationship outside of human beings. We need to find out our spirit animals. We need to find out our favorite flower. I found out one of my favorite flowers the other day, like after all these years. It's called Daffodil Field. I was at Albertson to grab. I was having a high school craving. A high school favorite food, the ice cream. I used to like it. I'm not a sweet person, but the other day I was craving it. It's like a lot of childhood memories are coming back in the song form. Things that I used to do, I used to love in high school that are coming back in the surface. I don't know. That's just a side note. I don't know if that is needed or not, but whatever, it's mentioned. All right. So I went to buy that sneaker ice cream, and then I saw these beautiful yellow flowers, and I was just gravitated towards it, and I just smelled it, and I love the smell. I don't even smell flowers like that. I like looking at flowers, but I'm not like, oh, I love flowers. I'm more of like, let's walk in the deep wood of the tree where there's, crisp energy, where like I like to go underneath the bushes where I know that there aren't many people that stand there, like that area. That's my thing, like walk in the trail, like in the woods, in the deep woods. Right? I love wildflowers whenever I'm in these national parks. Like I enjoy seeing like these small beautiful flowers, like beautiful colors. That's like my fashion design eye that catches it, like in the middle of the rock. I catch it. I don't even know how. The person that's with me don't even, right? They step on it. Here I am carefully walking. It's like, oh, I don't want to step on it, right? Because now I'm in a relationship and I see how much it's benefited me, right? Like whenever I'm having a hard time with human beings, it's like I look at the flower, I look at the leaf, and I try to understand. It's like, it talks to you. For some, it's like they're gonna think, okay, Lululand, hallucination. No, baby, no. Plants talks to you. The flower talks to you. Stare at it. Look at it. Your eyes loves it. Your biology loves it. Your being loves it. But we are operating and claiming as who we are is like what we have accumulated is called the mind. All of us, like a lot of us, are living as if we are our minds, and our mind has nothing to do with us. Our mind is accumulation of the teachers throughout school, starts with your parents, and then the teachers, and then your neighbors, and then like your surrounding, your friends, like, right? Like it's accumulation of experiences. Unless you have a relationship with yourself. That's why things don't work out, because we're not even living who we are. We look at ourselves in the mirror, it's like not knowing who you are, not recognizing who you are. And that is because of lacking relationship. And the only way that you start to have a relationship with yourself is when you start having a relationship with nature, because nature introduces you to yourself. And I'm not talking about smoking marijuana. You need a break from marijuana. So you can start to practice to live from internally, right? And creating the outside world. We have to start to practice. But if we're only experiencing, or if we're only, right, digesting pleasure from external realm, we're going to be slave to it. But when we are, practicing and bringing pleasure to the 4D from the, to the 3D from the 4D and the 5D, you become more powerful. You see how like God even like, it's like amazingly intelligent. Our creator is. Yes, he gave you marijuana. Yes, he gave you alcohol, right? There are drugs that would give you stimuli for the brain externally. But if you are using too much external, not even too much, like, let's just say that, you become a slave. But when you're understanding your inner power, you become powerful. After 5 years or 6 years, right, I quit smoking marijuana like in 2018, all of a sudden. And I used to be like a functional smoker, right? So it used to be part of my diet, right? It used to be part of my grocery shit. Actually, it comes before my groceries. It's my hair, my conditioners, and then weed, and then food, and then massage. No, actually, massage is first. The first things I used to do right after I get, the day that we get a paycheck, the first thing I used to do after work is get a massage before I go home. I don't know, self-care has always been part of my life. But anyways, what is the point that I was trying to make? I kind of feel like I want to, The key is to stay in the present and to make peace with the journey of wanting, because the journey wanting is ongoing. It doesn't stop. The reason why we stay on this buffering mode as humans is because we do not know how to make peace with wanting. Because as an adult, you're like, what? What do you mean I can get what I want? No, life doesn't work like that. To be adult is like, life is hard. I have to go work for the money. I have to hate my job. I have to be tired of what I'm doing. I have to, right? Like, just a fucked up relationship. If you have a fucked up relationship you have with yourself, you have a fucked up relationship with everyone else. You cannot tell me that you love your kids and you don't love yourself. How can you do that? You cannot tell me that you love me, but I see you don't even take your fucking vitamins. Right? That's how I measure love to me. It's as much as how much you care about yourself is how much you care about me. If not, it's a lie. Oh, I care about her more than I care about myself. Oh, I love him more than I love. I could love you like I love myself, but I can never love you more than I love myself. That is bullshit. That is infatuated love. That is lust. That is like its own a test. It's like another test, another exam, another learning lesson to be with this kind of people. But when you take the time to listen to yourself, what is it that I want? It's like every morning you wake up, there is something that you want. Why? Like today. No, actually yesterday, I wanted to smoke so bad, but I was like, I don't have the money, and I wasn't going to ask him again, because he just bought me weed last week, right? I smoked an eighth, like in 3 days, so I was like, whatever, fuck it. But today, being my birthday, I'm getting these emails, right, from I live in Vegas, so they're like, for some dispensary has a $10 coupon, and then another one have like, come get your birthday gift. So like, I don't even want to smoke today, but I want to get the deals, because I know lately I've been on this in and out of marijuana connection, right? Like, I feel like I respect that. I need to respect it, that marijuana is calling me. And now, because I know how far I have gone in this self-growth journey, I know there's a reason, and I know what it's doing for me when I'm smoking right now. It's not the same high. The high that I used to get with marijuana is the high that I am currently operating, that I am living. Through meditation, through what I'm doing, my research, my learning, right? Being connected, staying connected with my calling and my purpose, what I want. But all of a sudden now it's like I'm wanting marijuana here and there. Started in 2023, July. I got like what? Half of my journal? Okay. And then it stopped. And then like I want it again this year. Today's March 19th, right? But you see, because I am listening my body and my feelings so much, I am learning how smoking even makes me feel, how bad it is to smoke, especially with the way I like to smoke with blunts. I don't like joints. When I wake up, I see how my face is. I didn't even know this in my 20s, my early 20s, when I used to be a full-time smoker. Now I was like, I'm seeing the difference. Whoa, my skin. Like, I woke up with like, what the fuck is this? Last year, right? I was like, whoa. But I smoked for a whole like a month or two, I think. That was the first time in 2023. Like, I'm talking about 2023 like it was yesterday, but the whole year has passed in between. I don't even feel it. That's what it does. Connecting to yourself. Time doesn't exist, so there's no aging. So the stress is less.